of His Grace or His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, more than 50 years of service, a dedicated service in Srila Mayapur for Srila Prabhupada, establishing this place as a world headquarters. Not only that, this is the 100th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada getting instruction to go to the Western countries and preach. So many 50s and so many 100s. Such an auspicious celebration today we have here. The program for today starts with glorification. We are waiting for His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, but we are going to start the glorifications. First, glorifications till we have glorification from 11 till 1 of all the devotees who served in Srila Mayapur to establish this Krishna consciousness society here in Srila Mayapur. 1 o'clock is very grand feast. Then at 4 p.m. we have a kirtan till 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. we are having again glorification, listening to all the great exalted Vaishnavas who dedicated their lives here. At 6 p.m. we are having a big Annakut festival here, grand Annakut festival. And at 7 there is Aarti. After the Aarti, we are having cultural programs here. And at 8:30 p.m. we have a grand feast for all those devotees who are participating in this program. Everybody will get this feast. Srila Prabhupada said, around 10-kilometer radius, nobody should go hungry. So we are feasting everybody. Nobody should go hungry. So, to begin the program, I would like to invite this great personality, the great personality who is the Kirtan Samrat of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj gave a dedicated service. After you. Next. First the stick. After you. A dedicated service for Srila Prabhupada. And every year, he is coming here, and he is also the co-chairman for the festival in Srila Mayapur. Is that right, Maharaj? Yeah. So I would like to call upon Lokanath Swami Maharaj, but before he is preparing, so before that, I would like to call Hriday Chaitanya Prabhu, and after that Subhekshana Prabhu to speak a few words about this program and how we should enthusiastically participate in this great, grand, historic ceremony in Srila Mayapur. Hriday Chaitanya Prabhu. Welcome, Hriday Chaitanya Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gananya Salakaya Shakshurunmritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So, Sri Prabhupada was always meditating on buying land in Mayapur. And I looked a little bit into the letters and communications. And even as early as 1955, means 10 years before Srila Prabhupada went to the West, Srila Prabhupada expressed his desire to his godbrother, Sripad Goswami Maharaj, to have a temple in Mayapur. And he wrote, "I am glad that Sripad Sridhar Maharaj has advised you to purchase a land at Mayapur. Yes, we must have a temple at Mayapur. If every one of us possesses a temple there, the importance of Sridhar Mayapur will automatically increase, and we must have this ideal in view always. So, since September 69, we can see from the letters of communications of Srila Prabhupada, although he was traveling in different places, he started to look for a property here in Mayapur. And he first approached his godbrothers for purchasing land in Mayapur, that they would help him either with physically appointing some land or giving some money also. And simultaneously, he had requested Achyutanandana Prabhu, I think at that time, to concentrate on the preaching in Calcutta and to purchase a piece of land in Mayapur. As we know, buying land in West Bengal is not an easy task, because the few legal procedures can be quite complex and they can take quite some time. So it didn't go very smooth. Srila Prabhupada's appeal to his godbrothers did not really fructify. Either his letters were not answered or things like that. Then besides Achyutanandana Prabhu, we also involved Jayapataka Swami and later Tamal Krishna Goswami, who got the first land deeds in his hands in July 71. And that was then after 2 years. So he had written maybe 20, 30, 40 letters back and forward before really this land was bought. And at that time, 13 bighas were bought. 13 bighas is like 4 acres and something. So as soon as the devotees owned the land, then Srila Prabhupada requested them to build a living facility, which then turned into this bamboo hut with straw roof. And then I will come and stay there, he promised to them. So this was Srila Prabhupada's, what we see now, refreshed with a new roof. This was Srila Prabhupada's humble dwelling, surrounded by rice fields. As Prithu Prabhu yesterday mentioned, between the lotus building and the yoga pit was basically fields. Srila Prabhupada, from this place, he established many goals. You can imagine just rice fields, a hut, a straw house, bamboo house, and from there he expanded his vision. His vision was to make Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu famous all over the world. His vision was to build this astounding temple, to build the TUVP, as predicted by Lord Nityananda. And his vision was to have ISKCON Mayapur, the headquarters of ISKCON, and to have an exemplary cow protection and agriculture, and to be a center of learning and education, to be self-sufficient with simple living combined with high thinking, and to do food distributions. These were all the goals he set immediately from this humble place. And from this place, the first Gaur Purnim festival was celebrated. And the only house was the straw bamboo house. So we can imagine we go to Gaur Purnim and the only facility is there a hut. And also, as mentioned before, perfect question, perfect answers. And from this place also, Srila Prabhupada installed Ananta Shesha, some steps away from here, in the southwest corner of the TOVP. So it's very difficult to grasp to grasp the depth of the vision of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. He struggled 2 years to get a land. Then as soon as he got a land, a few months later, he's establishing such a vision for the next 100 years or more. And then he installs Ananta Shesha in the west corner, exactly in the west corner of this very TOVP building. His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami ki. I'm finished. We are very happy to have His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami back in Mayapur Dham, back in his home. Hare Krishna.
Can everybody sit down so that we can enjoy the festival in a more cultured way? His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Mayapur, I always used to say this, Mayapur is incomplete. Mayapur is incomplete and Mayapur is incomplete without His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj, who has sat and served here with all the difficulties which he has to face to establish this place for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Give him a big hands. Maharaj, we welcome you for this program in the most humble way. Thank you. Now I would request Subhekshana Prabhu to give a few words. His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami had come here. His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj ki. He had gone through an operation and he had come here specifically for this program. So after Subhekshana Prabhu, Lokanath Maharaj would speak. After that, Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj I would call so that he can speak a few words, then go and take a rest. Is that okay, Maharaj? Wonderful. Subhekshana Prabhu.
Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjanashalokaya Chakshuru Militamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Srila Prabhupada has said that Siddham Mayapur is his place of worship. So we have assembled here today to celebrate 50 years of worship, 50 years of sacrifice, and of course, as Srila Prabhupada was a man of numbers, 50 years of development here in Sridham, Mayapur. This place that we have assembled, as very nicely was described by Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu, is a place where Mayapur's development began. Human life is a purpose-driven life. Without purpose in life, we cannot be satisfied. The contribution of Srila Prabhupada to Gaudiya Vaishnavism is that he has given a purpose to the entire population of the world. He has given the purpose which was given to us by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and distributed that purpose of Krishna consciousness, of Krishna, of devotion and love.